Hi, I'm Casey Schneider, and this is my digital video assignment. Now, before I go into detail about my project, I'd first like to briefly explain why I'm so in love with my major. My major is Interdisciplinary Liberal Studies, or IDLS for short. My minor is Elementary Education. I've been surrounded by kids my whole life. I have a biological brother, I have two stepbrothers, and a stepsister. They're all younger than me. For as long as I can remember, I've constantly tried to force my brothers into playing teacher. Um, After I learned how to round numbers in third grade, I tried to force my brother, who was 6 years old at the time, to learn as well. I would bring in a whiteboard into his room and try and teach him how to get 1.5 to round it to. And I also made spelling lists and printed out spelling worksheets for my stepbrother, who is about 4 years younger than me. So even like that's just as long as I can remember, I've been trying to teach people, and I've come to terms with the fact that I'm just meant to teach. I can't see myself doing anything else. So now that you know my major and why I really like it, I'd like to go into more detail about my project. So for a quick overview, after interviewing a professor in early education, her name was Dr. Teresa Harris, I'm thinking of ways to propose something about taking political bias out of the education system or getting more female students involved in science, technology, engineering, and math, which is known as STEM. So now my first interview with Dr. Harris went really, really well. I got a lot of answers I wasn't necessarily expecting, a lot of interesting things, but also those two main ideas that I'm trying to work off of. And she believes that politics are too often in the system and that girls are not often enough in STEM, and I definitely agree with both of those statements. However, my second interview is this Tuesday. I haven't had a chance to meet with my general science professor, Miss Lynn Lucatordo, and I'm hoping to get a more definite idea for my project after I meet with her, as I know she has feelings about politics in the system, how they don't belong, but also she's in science, so I would like to see her opinion on getting girls in the field. So as for what's left after my interview this Tuesday, our proposal draft is due on the 21st. So I'll start working on that after I get my interview done, so I know like what I actually want to go with. Next is the query on the 23rd, excuse me, which I'll do after my proposal draft, which is keeping on schedule. Last is the final project on the 30th, which I'll work on between the 22nd and the 29th. I'll have a lot of time to work on that, so hopefully it's in its best shape. And the last thing I would mention is the obstacles I've been facing. Finally found a good time to meet with my second professor, which I was struggling with a lot. She was very busy, as well as I was. So that's been solved. I'm falling a little behind just because I wanted to meet with her earlier, but it's working out, and I'm sure everything will be put into place really soon. And last, I just want to make sure this proposal that I come up with is practical but creative at the same time, so that I can one day implement it as an as an educator. So I really hope that all works, and that's all I've got. So thanks for watching.